Narcissist silent treatment. This is a technique that's often used by narcissists just to basically watch your response. They want to see you squirm. They want to see you try to figure them out. And it makes them feel good. It makes them feel really important. It makes it feel like you really care about them. Even though they don't care about you, but they want to feel cared about. So the best thing to do when somebody starts this trick on you is basically you got to deal with the strong emotions first. Like go to your body, because it's really like it's really a gut wrenching thing, especially like if it's coming from like a family member who's supposed to care about you, like it's like your mom or somebody, and they just won't listen to you. Like it really will make you feel like, oh, you want to really reach out and try your hardest to get them to listen to you, and she's just not doing it. So that'll like really hurt you. So when people are doing that, know that they're doing it on purpose. They're trying to hurt you, right? So you need to deal with those feelings first. Like stop worrying about trying to get in contact with them or trying to get them to understand your point of view, and just feel the feelings in your body as they come up. When you feel that heart sinking feeling, or that feeling like you just really want to reach out, like just feel how that feels. Where do you feel that in your body? If you put your attention on those feelings, like eventually they'll subside. And that's what you want. You don't want to be manipulated emotionally. So that's the first thing you deal with. And then the second thing is, now you need to take your attention off yourself and notice, what they're doing. Are they secretly trying to watch you, like out of the corner of their eye? Like, are they checking back to glance at you? It's important to stop talking before you do any of this. Like, that's actually the first step. Just stop talking. And just notice what they're doing. Like, if you're getting the silent treatment from someone at your job or something like that, it's harder for them to pay attention. Like they'll reveal their cards more. Like they'll do it easier than if you were at home and somebody. Because if you're at home, then they can easily cut on a TV and go back to their usual spot, lay down. They have a bed to hop in and put the covers over their head. Like they have a lot of props to use. But at work, those props are even more boring. Like they're already bored. What you gonna start working hard, or you know what I mean? Like, I mean, they can start shuffling papers, but it's more usual for them to try to kind of watch you, because shuffling papers at that moment is really boring. Even though a lot of them will still do it, they'll do both, but just pay attention to that. I've seen this at my job. Like somebody will stop talking to me, right? And they'll literally stand there and kind of watch for a second. Let's see. But the reason why they'll watch so brazenly is because if you're trying to figure them out, you'll be so sucked into your own mind and focus on yourself that you won't even notice that they're watching you. So you don't want to give them what they want. You don't want to even try to figure them out. They're watching for that. So after somebody does this to you, especially if it really hurts, like if it's really like somebody that you really care about, or like your mom or your loved one, or you know what I mean, like a spouse, but especially if it's somebody like your mom doing this, because that's like innate, that you're still her child. It's like you still are going to want to go back to when you were a little baby and you cried for her attention, so you're going to feel that a lot more. And it's important to cut them off. As soon as they cut you off, you cut them off. You give them the silent treatment for good. Like, that's the most important part. That's something that, because I know that it's not always easy to just walk away from someone. Like people make it seem like it's like you always have that option. Like you always do have the option, but it's not always financially uh, available. Like you're not able to just do that in other situations. But you can always give somebody else a silent treatment while you're there. While I mean, you might have to wait until you get another job before you can completely cut them off. But the silent treatment is something that you should be dishing out. You know, just don't talk to them ever again. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's your mom, um, because again, that's like really sadistic. It's just one of those things where the more that you care about that person, the more sadistic they are for doing that to you. So it's one thing for them to be like a coworker, but it's another thing to be a parent or your spouse. And yeah, I know that as if it's your spouse, you're gonna want to go to marriage counseling. You're gonna want to try to figure it out. But if they're a narcissist, there's nothing that you can do anyway. So you might as well go ahead and end that relationship. So that's all I got for you right